To this day.
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 Top of the morning, fight fans. This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Deontay, the Bronze Bomber Wilder. Get this, Deontay Wilder on standby for the unexpected WBC heavyweight title shot. Wow, okay. Deontay Wilder looks primed for an unexpected shot at regaining the WBC heavyweight title after losing his two previous attempts. The Bronze Bomber, of course, failed to Tyson Fury twice, and despite these two defeats, Wilder remained the #1 in the World Boxing Council ratings at the recent convention. Due to ruling for 5 years, Wilder gets seen as the top contender by the WBC president, Mauricio Suleiman. The situation gathers pace due to a recent roadblock between Fury and Dillian Whyte over mandatory terms that could see the strap become vacant. As the top-ranked heavyweight with the WBC, Wilder will get offered the chance to face Whyte should the Fury fight prove to be too difficult to agree. The WBC chiefs stipulated an 80-20 split in favor of Fury that is hampering their terms. Fury's promoter, Bob Arum, is now officially looking at other options for Fury to defend only his lineal championship. Quote, "If we can't come to a deal with Dillian Whyte, we'll do a part for the lineal title and we'll pick up another opponent," Arum said. "We've got to get Tyson back in the ring by the end of March," he added. And on who replace Whyte, Arum stated, "Frank and I are determined to come to him with an opponent that's acceptable. We'd love to do that fighting Cardiff. Andy Ruiz Jr. is a possibility. Joseph Parker, I see. And had a huge victory over Derek Chisora. That could be a possibility. Now, and we're looking at a couple of other names to be appropriate." Okay, Fury moving on puts Whyte in a tough spot in terms of a massive all-UK fight he craves. Wilder would represent another obstacle as the American may want to fight in his home soil. And it all depends on Fury or whether or not the Gypsy King intends to drop the belt or not. Let me counterpunch. This is thanks to Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury, Bob Arum, money. So can't call it Spartan. You're worried about money. If it's your promoters, put them in check and allow yourself to fight Dillian Whyte. However, none of that matters to me. Why? Because we get to see Dillian Whyte versus Deontay Wilder for the vacant, okay? Deontay Wilder is no stranger in this position, okay? Remember when he first had the opportunity to fight for the belt, it was vacant. It was against Bermane Stiverne, as you can remember, because Vitaly Klitschko dropped that belt back in long time ago, right? And this is no different. So if Tyson Fury claims to be the lineal champ in the Ring magazine, you know, he can go on, since he's never been defeated, that's something that he can market. He's not really a belt lover, you know, at times he is, which is strange, but it's Tyson Fury. But, you know, he could just claim to fame with the same thing he had before he got the WBC thing. Bars. Right? So I think at the end of the day, I think Dillian Whyte and Deontay Wilder would sell. It would be a good fight. Now, that is a problem. The only problem or the obstacle would be, where would it be? Would it be in the UK where the fans are hyped, would love to see that fight? Bars. Or in the US of A, where we could put it in Texas Stadium and it would do massive numbers. You know, more than likely it'll be in Madison Square Garden in Vegas, okay? That's more than likely what it'll be. But since Dillian Whyte was claiming to come over here and fight guys like Jermaine Franklin and friends, you know what I mean? You know, you shouldn't have a problem with fighting in the US anyway. You know, but I think that fight would be massive. But, you know, so Deontay Wilder fighting for the vacant title, that would be a way for him to get that belt back. You know what I mean? And it goes back to this. If Wilder can beat Whyte, and Usyk beats Joshua, people asking me, why do you have Usyk and Deontay Wilder together? That's why. Now you see how everything is coming around. Okay, the boxing, look, you think boxing is going this way, it's going a totally different direction. Okay, now the question you ask yourself, why would Mauricio have Deontay Wilder still at number 1? He's been beaten twice. You know, that's good old Mauricio for you. When you had a guy, Dillian Whyte, you know, around for over 1,000 days without even giving him a title shot. Okay, that just shows you favoritism through and through. But nonetheless, Deontay Wilder, for his bravery, for giving us one hell of a fight and almost closing the show in the 4th round that night, gets another opportunity. That's if Tyson Fury decides to drop that belt. But if he decides to drop that belt and just fight in the UK, people are going to look at that with their eyes closed. They're going to read it with their eyes closed. That he ducked Dillian Whyte. You ducked Dillian Whyte to fight somebody else that you know that's an easier fight. Andy Ruiz, okay, he's an okay opponent, but you know he's not good with tall fighters. He's a fast fighter, cement feet with, you know, and now he's smaller, so his punch resistant is shitty. He might get knocked out too. Right? So you don't really know what could happen in that. But Dillian Whyte was the fight that people were wanting to see, just like the Joshua Fury fight. And somehow they slithered through Tyson Fury's hands with him fighting someone else. But at least he is fighting someone else. Because Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder is a fight that I do not want to see again. I don't care what it does. I don't want to see it again. You know, I mean, we need to give these other fighters a chance and an opportunity to go in there and do what they can do with the Gypsy King and other fighters. That goes for everyone else. But this is big news. Why not? I would like to see it happen. Why can't we see DW versus DW? I wanted to see it anyway. These guys got bad blood. They got just as much bad blood as Tyson Fury and Dillian Whyte. So why not? Let's get this fight on. You guys tell me what you think. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.